Veterans Park.
Old Woods.
And don't call it post 20 like I did yesterday.
Oh my goodness. Why somebody say something?
No, but John and Jeff corrected me.
Post 20, I think just closed.
Yeah, that's over by closer to my house.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think Pat Leary bought the building.
Yes.
All right, so we are live. You tell me.
Up to Rob.
Ready? Yeah.
From Veterans Park at Legion Post 1619. Potassium Sports Network presents American Legion Baseball. And this morning, it is still morning for about another hour, we've got a 17U matchup between the Clinton County Mariners and the Essex Avalanche. And pleasant good morning, everybody. Rob Knowles joined by Tyler Wood. Jeff Garrett's on the camera. He's operating all the other gadgets and gizmos that we have set up today. He's also got a microphone whenever he wants to chime in with pearls of wisdom, which he will usually drop throughout the broadcast. Tyler, you saw these two teams play last night. I did. I saw part of your broadcast last night. Nice job, you and John D'Angelo. Tell me your thoughts and what you thought of the game last night between Clinton County and Essex.
Yeah, second matchup between these clubs in about 16 or 17 hours. Last night it was Clinton County who rallied back from a one-run deficit to pick up a 7-1 win. Billy Orr really shined on the mound for Clinton County. He went the distance, 7-inning complete game, allowing 5 hits, just 1 earned run, striking out 6. And I think the most important aspect of that, Rob, obviously this is a 6-game tournament altogether. Each team will be playing 4 games. And for Clinton County, all of those bullpen arms stay fresh because Billy Orr tossed that complete game yesterday.
So they'll have a rematch today, and we didn't get the first name of the starting pitcher for Essex. We'll have to try to do that. Actually, here's somebody coming by now. What's the pitcher's first name? Well, try to find it. Can you find out for me and just let me know? It would help for our broadcast. Anyways, here's the lineup defensively for Essex. We'll find out the pitcher's first name in just a second. His last name is Carey. Did not play yesterday, which is why we don't have him in the lineup. Eli Meacham is playing at first base for the Essex Avalanche. At second base is Tyler Durkee. The third baseman is Brady Pelkey. At shortstop, it's Sean McCauley. In left field, Josh Hobday. The center fielder is Jack Gay. The right fielder is Ryder Rafferty. Owen Carey, I should say, is the pitcher for the Essex Avalanche. The Avalanche losing yesterday 7-1 to the Clinton County Mariners. Here's the Mariners lineup offensively. Leading off will be Sully Luckin. Hitting second will be Joey Caslow. Owen Rankin will hit third. In the cleanup spot, Ryan Brown. Wyatt Barton will hit in the fifth position. Max Coyer bats sixth. Andrew Price bats seventh. Billy Orr will bat eighth. Owen Dubé hits ninth. And the Mariners are batting 10 today. Jacoby Waldron will hit in the 10th spot for Clinton County. Clinton County was, it seemed like it was a pretty comfortable game for them yesterday. They seemed to be pretty well in control of the game and then gained some separation in the later innings.
Yeah, it took them a few innings to find their rhythm offensively. As I mentioned, Essex County actually plated the game's first run in the top of the third. The Mariners then scored 2 runs in each of the next 3 half innings. They tacked on an insurance run as well in the 6th to secure that 7-1 win.
Sully Luckin getting ready to step into the batter's box for Clinton County. He's hitting .429 on the season. He's got, let's see, he's been at bat 35 times and 15 hits on the season for Luckin. So he has been a real spark plug at the top of their lineup. He is going into his senior year. He'll be a senior at Beekmantown Central School. First pitch of the game is on the outside corner, called strike, as this game is underway. Rob Knowles, Tyler Wood, Jeff Garrett for the Potassium Sports Network. Beautiful late Saturday morning. Temperature sitting right around 75 degrees. Humidity has dropped from yesterday, so that's going to make things a little bit more comfortable. And there'll be games going on here throughout the afternoon at Veterans Park at Post 1619 in West Plattsburgh.
A nice breeze as well, but if you look out at that center field flag, I don't think it'll impact today's game very much.
Luckin falls behind in the count 1-2. Couple of 3 straight fastballs that have been thrown by Owen Carey. Again, Carey did not play in the game yesterday for the Essex Avalanche. And the off-speed pitch gets Luckin out in front. He swings and misses, and Luckin is down on strikes. First out of the ball game. Good pitch selection from Owen Carey. He had Luckin off balance. One of your gadgets not working, Jeff? So That's right. With one out, that brings up Joey Caslow. He'll be pitching today for the Mariners. He pops one towards the left center field gap. Outfielders converge, and they don't make a play on it. That ball drops, and Caslow is going to reach. Third baseman shifted off the third base line, expecting perhaps Rankin to turn on the ball and pull. First pitch is high and tight, ball one. One out, top of the first inning. Mariners with a base runner. Caslow at first base. He'll be handling the pitching duties today for Clinton County. The 1-0 pitch is dead low and away. So in the driver's seat now is Rankin. He's up in the count 2-0.
Yeah, two Beekmantown players, as you mentioned, rising seniors in the top third of this Clinton County batting order. It's a Saranac-heavy roster this season for the Junior Mariners.
That pitch upstairs. So a runner on first base, count 3-0. We'll see if Rankin, who hits third in the order, is going to take a pitch here. He doesn't. He sends one right back up the middle, and it's going to get into center field. A line drive that works between the second baseman and the shortstop. A clean single for Owen Rankin. That'll put runners on first and second with one out.
Gets the green light on 3-0, sends a sharp line drive up the middle, past the glove of a diving McCauley. And back-to-back singles here for the Mariners, looking to strike earlier in today's game than they did in last evening's affair.
That'll bring up Ryan Brown. He's hitting .326 on the season. Ryan will be is a student at Plattsburgh High School, so he plays for PHS in the high school season. First pitch, curveball that works the outside corner, called strike one. Runner in scoring position, that is Caslow. Rankin, after just singling up the middle at first base. Back-to-back singles for the Mariners with one out. Pitch fouled off. And Brown is down to the count. No balls, two strikes.
This heart of the Mariners order did some damage last night with Brown, Barton, and Courier in succession.
We'll see if Ryan Brown can get the ball in play here. Down to the count 0-2. That pitch down in the dirt. Runners try to advance. The throw to third base, not going to be in time. That's a wild pitch that allows both runners to move up. So now two runners in scoring position for the Mariners. Good opportunity here for Brown down on the count. He's got to go to work to put a ball in play.
And those pass balls and wild pitches is not something we saw yesterday between the battery mates for Essex County.
Brown goes the other way. It's a line drive that is caught at first base by Eli Meacham. So Brown lines out. That ball, if it sneaks past Meacham, is easily going to score two, but Meacham reacts well to the line drive, grabs the line drive at first, and now two out. That'll bring up Wyatt Barton, hitting fifth in the order for the Clinton County Mariners. Barton hitting .295 on the season. Ball gets to the backstop, but the runner from third, Caslow, not able to advance.
Yeah, that took a fast carom to the backstop, which was to the benefit of the Avalanche. It was quickly back to the glove of the catcher, Fowler.
Infield shaded over towards second base. Pretty good hole on the right side of the infield. This one gets away. This time the runner is going to advance, and he is going to score easily. That went off the top of the catcher's glove. Caslow will score on a wild pitch. And Rankin moves up to third base. The Mariners own the game's opening run. And Barton will have a chance with a 1-ball, 1-strike count to bring home the runner Rankin from third.
Just going to jump in quickly, guys. Anyone watching, Wi-Fi signals, you guys know, isn't the best here, so it might be in and out a little, but bear with us. As Rob said, I promise you, I have every apparatus. I got Elon Musk with Starlink on speed dial, Tyler. So but just bear with us if it comes in and out. I promise you it'll come back. Thanks, guys.
Here's Barton driving one to left field. It's going to send the left fielder back towards the wall. Look out. That is over the wall. It's a home run for Wyatt Barton. Barton, who is a student at Saranac, with a 2-run home run. And that puts the Mariners up in the top of the first inning. It's now 3-0.
Yeah, and 3 wild pitches or pass balls, depending on your preference in scoring here through 2/3 of an inning. And it comes back to bite Essex County. They could have been out of the frame. 1 run scores on a pass ball. And then you have the 2-run launch over the left field fence from Barton. That's the first home run we've seen in this Gary Butler Memorial Tournament this weekend. Game 2 of 6 here at Veterans Park.
That'll bring up another Saranac student. Here is Max Coyer. Now, the play that really comes back to hurt the Avalanche in the top of the first is not making a play on the ball that Caslow hit in between the left fielder and the center fielder. They make a play on that ball. They do get out of the inning, likely with they would have got out of the inning with nothing on the board. Catcher Parker Fowler will take a trip out to the mound. So the base is cleared now after the 2-run home run from Wyatt Barton, driving that ball deep to left field. 3-0 Mariners. Max Coyer in the 6th spot in the batting order for Clinton County. On the season, hitting 158 on the year. Pitcher Owen Carey takes the sign, and he'll deliver. That pitch is outside. Coyer up in the count, 2 balls, no strikes, and here's a situation where you really focus in on the location where you want it, see if you can get a ball to drive, which he does towards the right side, fielded by the second baseman who throws to first base, Tyler Durkee, with a good play at second base. Throwing over to Eli Meacham to record the 3rd out that ends the inning. But for the Mariners, they score 3 in the top of the 1st inning. The big blow, a 2-run home run from Wyatt Barton. And after a half inning of play, it's Clinton County 3, the Essex Avalanche coming to bat.
And we're going to keep it right here, guys, if you don't mind. And thank our first sponsor of the day, Dannemora Federal Credit Union, one of our most loyal, biggest supporters, not only for Potassium Sports Network, but certainly local, college, high school, youth sports. DFC, you see them everywhere. There's a amateur sport being played in the area, I think I'm going to say. Team up with Dannemora Federal Credit Union. At DFCU, they believe teamwork is what drives success on the diamond, on the field, on the court, and, of course, in your financial life. Whether you're a student, a parent, a staff member, a coach, an alum, DFCU has your back. Learn more at dfcu.net.
All right, here's the lineup defensively for Clinton County. Joey Caslow, who is from Mariah Central School, will be the pitcher today for the Clinton County Mariners. Saranac student Max Coyer is doing the catching. At first base, Beekmantown student Sully Luckin. At second base, Andrew Price, who goes to PHS. Third baseman is Wyatt Barton. He goes to Saranac. The shortstop, Billy Orr. He goes to Mariah. In left field, it's Jacoby Waldron. Jacoby is a student at Saranac. The center fielder is Owen Rankin. He goes to Beekmantown. Owen Dubé is the right fielder. He goes to PHS. Extra hitter Ryan Brown. We saw him in the top of the 1st inning. The Mariners are batting 10 in their lineup. But that is their lineup defensively for the bottom of the 1st. For the Essex Avalanche, here is their batting order. The leadoff hitter is Sean McCauley. Eli Meacham will bat 2nd. Owen Carey hits 3rd in the order. Josh Hobday will hit in the cleanup spot. Brady Pelkey will bat 5th in the order for the Essex Avalanche. Jacob Gay is the DH hitting in the 6th spot. Parker Fowler hits 7th. Tyler Durkee will hit 8th. And Ryder Rafferty will bat in the 9th position.
So the Mariners go Mariah Viking for Mariah Viking here in consecutive games in the starter's role. Yesterday it was Billy Orr who went the distance, a complete game 5 hitter with 6 strikeouts. Today's Joey Caslow, who's really the ace of the rotation for the Vikings in the spring season in the CVAC, who will get the starting nod here today.
And it really speaks to Mariah having a 1-2 solid punch pitching-wise in high school baseball. If you can develop 2 pitchers that give your team an opportunity to win, you're going to have pretty good success on a regular basis. Mariah had a good high school season that recently wrapped up, and they have a couple of guys that they can count on going into next season as well that I'm sure they'll be able to rely on pretty heavily. So we're ready to go in the bottom of the 1st inning. Sean McCauley, the shortstop for the Essex Avalanche, will lead things off for Essex. And the game's opening pitch is on the inside corner. It's a called strike 1. Ball from Coyer back to the pitcher. Carey was not handled cleanly. Sorry, it's not Carey. It's Joey Caslow. That ball wasn't handled cleanly. Ended up going out towards second base. It was picked up, and Caslow has it back in his hand now. And that pitch is fouled straight back. He's quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Part of Caslow's reputation, he's a strike thrower and works pretty quickly as well. And when you have a pitcher, A, throwing strikes, B, working pretty quickly, you're a fielder behind him. Normally you got a smile on your face because you know you're going to have the ball coming at you. Here it is right to the shortstop. Picked up by Orr. He'll throw across the diamond to Luckin. Luckin with a good scoop at first base. And the Mariners record the game's opening out. It is Orr to Luckin. And McCauley is out 6-3 on the putout.
Yeah, great stretch there as well by Sully Luckin at first.
And that'll bring up Eli Meacham. Meacham is the first baseman for the Essex Avalanche. Caslow threw 3 strikes in that first at bat. Third pitch was put in play to the shortstop, Orr. Here's a curveball that's going to be lined over the head of Orr into center field. It is picked up by the center fielder and thrown back in. A clean single from Eli Meacham.
Caslow goes off speed, and Meacham takes that first pitch curveball for a ride into shallow center for Essex County's first base runner.
Owen Carey, handling the pitching duties for the Essex Avalanche, will step into the batter's box. Runner at first base is Meacham. 1 out with a runner on first. Here's the pitch from Caslow. That ball up and away, ball 1.
We mentioned on yesterday's broadcast as well, Joey Caslow, the quarterback on the Mariah football team.
That pitch up and away, so now the count goes to 2-0. Good pitch to hit here, one would figure, for Owen Carey.
So you're saying he has a good arm, Tyler?
He knows how to locate, indeed.
1 out, 2-0 pitch. It's up and away. So Carey really in the driver's seat here, 3-0. We'll see if they put the take sign on. Down by 3 runs in the top of the first inning, now working in the bottom of the first. One would think you might have the take on, but it is the third batter in the order. And no take sign. Green light for Carey. He swings and misses. Pitch, a pretty good pitch that he had to hit there. That pitch was right on the inside corner, but wasn't able to get the barrel on the ball. But still ahead in the count, 3-1. 1 out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's up and away. Carey is going to walk, and that'll put runners on first and second as the Avalanche look to answer in the bottom of the first inning.
Interesting yesterday, Rob. Billy Orr kind of right to their first inning, same kind of thing, and then all of a sudden he just shut it down. So maybe we'll see if Caslow can find the strike zone and be more of his normal self here.
That brings up the cleanup hitter, the left fielder Josh Hobday for the Essex Avalanche with runners on first and second. Meacham the runner at second. And the first pitch is fouled straight back.
I got it.
Hobday hit into 2 double plays in yesterday's game. We had a total of 6 twin killings between both clubs in yesterday's win for the Mariners.
Certainly an odd happening for sure. That last one by the Mariners was a great one.
Yes.
That first to third, yeah.
Few of them were a result of base running blunders.
0-1 pitch. Hit towards the right field line. That's coming down in danger zone. That lands inside the line. So the runners are going to advance. The ball will come back into the infield. You could not have thrown a ball out there better than that. That dropped perfectly right inside the line. It's a hit for Hobday. It's going to load the bases for the Essex Avalanche.
Yeah, Sully Luckin was the closest Mariners fielder on that pop fly, but he was well into right field by the time he lost sight of that fly ball. He had to backtrack, cover significant real estate before it crashed back down.
It's the old adage, hit them where they ain't.
Yeah.
And that was perfectly placed.
Looks like a Rob Knowles 9-iron right there.
Yeah, well,
pitching wedge
no,
or sand wedge or something.
I wouldn't have come close to hitting the target. Here's Brady Pelkey. First pitch is upstairs, but he swings and misses, and it's a strike. Pelkey aggressive. He's the third baseman for the Essex Avalanche. Chased that first pitch. It was up and out of the zone, so he's down on the count 0-1. Bases loaded. Good opportunity for the Avalanche to answer. Off-speed pitch that is in the dirt. That'll level the count at 1-1. So the bases loaded for the Avalanche. Meacham at third, Carey at second, Hobday at first base. Caslow takes the sign, and he'll deliver that pitch right down the middle. So now Pelkey down to the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jacob Gay, the designated hitter, waits on deck. Big spot here for the Avalanche as they look to respond. They trail 3-0. Mariners scored 3 in the top of the first. That pitch is up and in. That makes the count 2-2.
Caslow with little fear of attacking the strike zone here. The bases loaded up with Avalanche.
He's got another pitch, opportunity here to make a pitch that he wants to make with a count 2-2. And that time is curveball that doesn't locate, and it's inside. That runs the count full. So Pelkey has worked the count into a full count situation. He can kind of guess that he's probably going to get a fastball here. And it's a fastball that he fouls off right on top of the plate. Ends up rolling back towards us. Fouled off a good pitch. That was low and away and well located from Caslow.
Yeah, good job fighting that out for sure.
So the count remains full. There's 1 out. Bases loaded. Mariners leading 3-0. Caslow takes the sign and delivers. Again, it's fouled off. That went through the gate and almost collected one of the on-deck batters. I'm glad Jeff Garrett did not set us up over to the right.
Rob, you run a glove, right?
No, I'm not that fast anymore.
You used to be able to pick them at short.
Back in the day.
Second
that was
short.
only 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And the 3-2 pitch, they go with the curveball, and it bounces to the plate, so it's a walk for Pelkey. That's a run batted in for Pelkey. And everybody moves up 90 feet, including Eli Meacham, who steps on home plate, and that makes the score 3-1.
A great at-bat there from Brady Pelkey. He works the count full, fights off a couple of pitches, and then Kaslow opts for the off-speed pitch. Pelkey doesn't chase, earns himself the ribby.
Brings up the designated hitter, Jacob Gay. First pitch is low and away. Kaslow having a tough time throwing strikes in the bottom of the first inning. A couple of hits have been mixed in, but he has walked a couple of batters as well.
A little better there.
That pitch is a strike. Count goes to 1-1, 1 out. Essex has one on the board. Bases loaded. Luckin is in at first base. They're double play depth up the middle. Level at third. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off, back to the right side. Again, he's in a spot where he can think about the pitch that he wants to make and try to locate and working in front of the hitter. He's got an opportunity to try to get a strikeout here and limit the damage.
Shakes off his catcher twice.
That pitch fouled back. Sometimes that's by design. So pitches are coming in from the Mariners' dugout. Spencer Graves normally calls the pitches for the Mariners. And sometimes the signal will be we want to shake twice because you're trying to get in the hitter's head to think, okay, probably something off speed is coming. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's elevated. Ball to right field, not very deep. Will they try to test the arm of Dubé? He makes the catch in right field. Runner from third is not going to try to advance. And the throw right to home plate. Good thing that he didn't try to advance. It would have been a double play.
Yeah, nice throw.
Yeah, great service back into the infield from Dubé and right.
So now 2 out. Base is still loaded, and that brings up the catcher Parker Fowler with 2 outs. So again, just getting back to that thought, sometimes at the high school level and levels that are maybe a little bit lower as well, even in Little League, you'll sometimes see the catchers intentionally getting the pitcher to just shake, trying to get in the batter's head. Okay, maybe it's not the fastball, because typically, this pitch fouled off, typically you'll see the catcher always put down 1 first,
yep.
Right? So if immediately the pitcher shakes his head, you might anticipate, all right, here comes a fastball.
Now, Tyler, I was never intelligent enough to think of doing that.
Jerry Kowalski was, right?
Best catcher I ever had, as you know. Well, how many times have I told you that, right, when he's been umpiring games? You know what the best, why I say that? Well, I mean, he was good in all ways, but bullheaded.
Oh.
He was more bullheaded than me, Rob, and Rob played with me for 2 years. He knows how bullheaded.
There's no doubt.
So he saved my rear end many times by shaking me off, I guess I should say.
Parker Fowler down on count 0-2. Plus, there's some old NAC blood in Jerry.
Of course.
And he's still one of the very best umpires in the local association. That pitch is up and in.
Good man. Former,
1-2.
I mean, Rob, do we say former Mariner, post-20? I guess it's
back in the day it was post-20, yeah. When you were playing.
Played with him for 2 years, yeah.
The name change occurred in 1999.
When you coached, Rob, it was still post-20, right?
No, it was. It had just become pickoff play at first base, and the runner at first is out.
Sorry about that, Rob.
No, that's okay.
Nice
Brady
play.
Pelkey picked off Max Coyer throwing behind the runner to Sully Luckin. And again, that's likely a play that is called from the dugout as well. They throw behind the runner at first base. They caught Pelkey sleeping at first, and that ends the inning on a pickoff play from catcher Max Coyer. Well done by Max to throw down to Sully Luckin. But the Avalanche do respond. They get 1 in the bottom of the first inning, and after an inning of play, it's Clinton County 3, the Essex Avalanche 1.
I always knew I was going places. While my friends went off to college, I went to work with a company that's helping me grow. At Casella, I'm getting my own education. I'm getting ahead with company-paid training and earning my CDL to become a professional driver. My career is starting debt-free and focused on the future. I didn't just say no to college. I said yes to a path that put me in control of my future from day one. With Casella, I'm setting myself up for something bigger, for a career I can be proud of, doing work that helps my community. They told me I'd miss out, but the truth is, I'm exactly where I want to be. That's the power of hard work. Visit Casella.com/hardwork starts here to take control of your future today. Good pay, good people, good life. Casella.
All right, we're back at Veterans Park at post 16-19 in West Plattsburgh. Mariners leading 3-1 as we go to the top of the second. They'll send Andrew Price, Billy Orr, and Owen Dubé. They are the scheduled batters for Clinton County in the top of the second. Avalanche kind of wasted an opportunity there. They had the bases loaded with one out, scored one, but they leave the bases loaded and, again, missed chance to really get back into the game.
Yeah, they strand the bases loaded. They were putting up very competitive at-bats against Clinton County starter Kaz, who got out of the jam. To the credit of his catcher, Corrier, connecting with the first baseman, Luckin, kind of catching that tail runner, if you will, at first base off of the bag.
Andrew Price steps in. Andrew goes to PHS. First pitch is upstairs, ball one. He's hitting .231 on the season coming into the game today.
See, Tyler, when you have that relationship with the head coach, you get stats like that.
he sent them to me last night at about 11:15. I had to do some he had to do some password thing on his end so that I could see the stats. Because they are on Game Changer, but they're kind of restricted.
Yep, noticed that.
That pitch upstairs, it's 2-0 on Andrew Price. Robbie Knowles is the manager of the team. He's working down at third base. And Spencer Graves is the coach down at first base. Spencer works with the pitchers a lot with the Junior Mariners team. Coach Price is in the dugout for the Mariners. 3-0. And that pitch, a called strike. Still up in the count 3-1. Now he can really focus in on a spot where maybe he can get a pitch to hit, drive one here. 3-1 pitch from Owen Carey is low and away, and the Mariners have their leadoff runner on in the top of the second inning.
First walk issued today by Carey, who allowed 3 hits in the top of the first, including that 2-run home run to left off the bat of Wyatt Barton.
That brings up Billy Orr. Billy goes to Mariah. Mariners leading 3-1. Chance to extend their lead here with a runner at first base. Pickoff play at first. Back to first base is Andrew Price. Price was taking his lead, kind of fidgeting with his running mitt that he has on. He's also ready to take the cookies out of the oven if he has to. That ball goes right through the chute of the third baseman. So they will reach on an error. There's Billy Orr. He'll reach on an error on the third baseman.
Robbie said cookies as the third baseman pick his head up. Poor kid.
Those sliding mitts that they put on look just like an oven mitt.
Who is he? Oh, is he?
That's the first error of this game.
So, Rob, speaking of and we'll get into some Coach Butler stories in a minute. Just heard from Josh Dubé's dad, a Dale Trombley signature model bat.
Oh, my goodness.
So that means lots of holes in it, right? Lots of laughs, but, And again, I mean, we knew Dale, Tyler, when he was a rascal, and he's only become an older rascal. But
Owen Dubé batting now. And Owen is a student at PHS. He's down the count 0-1. That ball fouled straight back. I coached Dale in hockey.
Did you? Oh, I didn't know that.
At PHS.
Okay.
He was an excellent hockey player.
I hope he didn't hear
that.
that.
But perhaps better at being a rascal.
Yeah. Exactly. And I use rascal because it's his PG.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the curveball fouled off. That's good spoil.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, Dale's son, Braden, same age as my son, Drew. Okay. So I coached Braden in Little League with the All-Star teams coming up through. We had a lot of success. He was an excellent player on our Little League team.
Must have taken after his Uncle Brad.
You said that, not me.
Braden was a coworker of mine, actually, at Plattsburgh State. We worked many games together. He just graduated in the spring.
Well, why isn't he working for PSN? Come on, Tyler.
Believe he's in Europe right now.
One ball, 2 strike pitch.
Playing hockey?
That pitch is away. No. That runs the count to 2-2. How close are you now? You must be getting towards the end.
1 semester left.
Wow, you're going to graduate in December?
Indeed, yes. Yeah.
So the count runs even at 2-2. Nobody out. Runners at first and second for the Mariners. Owen Dubé up. And that pitch on the inside corner. That's a good pitch.
Very good pitch.
Located on the inside corner. It's the first out of the inning.
Ty Dubé up there.
And that'll bring up the youngest player on the Mariners 17U team. He's also a member of their 15U team. This is Jacoby Waldron.
I did say Dubé was using the Dale Trombley bat, right? Just want to make sure.
That puts runners on first and second.
Ooh,
And that pitch inside got a piece of him.
Yeah.
And good news for Jacoby, he's wearing the elbow guard because that's what it nicked. So that no harm, no foul, other than moving runners up 90 feet. The bases are now loaded. Top of the order for Sully Luckin, and Luckin has had a whole bunch of success. His first at-bat struck out, but he's one of the leading hitters for the Mariners on the season. So an opportunity here for the Mariners to extend and build momentum. They lead 3-1. That ball is lined to the right side. It's going to get into the outfield. One run scores. Runner from third coming home after the ball is bobbled in right field. And it's going to be a single and RBI for Sully Luckin. The second run will score on the error on the right fielder. But Luckin didn't wait that time, and a line drive towards right field that scores a run.
Yeah, just an odd sequence of events there. Nothing good happens, right, when you let on those batters in the bottom of the order. This inning started with a walk and then an E5. He got Dubé looking, and then the hit batsman to load the bases. Luckin makes them pay, and, of course, the error on the right fielder there. Rafferty doesn't help Essex County's cause either.
The error on Rafferty allows Orr to score. First and third, Luckin is going to take second base. No play put on by the Avalanche.
Really like how Luckin went with the pitch there, right?
Yes, did a good job.
Didn't try to do too much with it.
This pitch gets to the backstop, but Waldron is not going to have an opportunity to advance. Bounced right back towards the catcher, Parker Fowler. So the score is now 5-1. Runners in scoring position, a couple of them for Joey Kaslow. Kaslow singled. He hit that ball between the left fielder and center fielder in the top of the first inning that ended up dropping in. One out for the Mariners. That pitch is down. So Kaslow should see a pretty good pitch to hit here with the Mariners up 5-1, a chance to further extend. And here's the pitch from Carey. Long pause. He'll deliver. That ball is hammered towards center field. Center fielder in position to make a play on it. Oh, no, he doesn't make the catch. The ball drops in. And moving up to second base is Kaslow. Luckin coming all the way around. He will score. And on the throw in, Kaslow will advance to third base.
That was a ball that was well read by Gay in center field. He had to take a few steps back, and then it looked as though he was going to make the play, and he accomplished everything except the catch. In fact, he even got some leather on it. We saw a similar play last night, actually, where the ball just popped out. Allowed 2 more runs to score, and the Mariners now up by a touchdown and the extra point.
Might have thought, I wonder if it was the wall, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that there's a warning track out there, Rob. Is there in this field yet?
I don't
Relatively
think there
new
is.
field.
I don't think there is.
But,
That's one of those odd scoring plays where you give Kaslow credit for a sacrifice fly. Here's a ball right back up the middle that gets a piece of the pitcher. He comes home to the plate, and the call is out at the
nice
plate.
play. Nice recovery. Hope he's
Oh,
all right.
that was.
Hope he's okay. Great job recovering.
That was a good reaction by Owen Carey as Rankin hit that ball right back up the middle at the pitcher. Got
Rob,
him
you're
in
the
hip,
hockey
and he's
guy.
down.
Is that take a hit to make a play?
In that case, it was.
Yeah. Hopefully he's okay. He is still down. Oof.
So
I
Rankin
got him on the
reaches.
shin. I don't know if anyone saw. Sorry, Rob.
Rankin will reach on a fielder's choice. I thought it got him up towards the thigh.
Was it higher
hip.
up? Was it higher up?
Back of the thigh, it appears. Yeah,
Yeah.
manager Jesse Izzo is out there.
A year from now, we'll have replay, Rob. I promise.
Wow. Potassium Sports Network is really going gangbusters.
Exactly.
Sponsorship opportunities
Yeah, look
must
at
be really presenting themselves.
God bless. Looks like they're rubbing that upper
Yeah.
thigh. Yeah. Oof, that's a tough spot too. There he is. Good, he's up. I'm gonna clap if no one else is. Tyler, how's that?
Good. The camera might capture
that
that
was
wonderfully.
my plan. That was my
The
plan.
cacophony was beautiful in that new camera.
What did he say? I coughed. What did he say, Rob? I just.
Well, I think he was just using. He was going to the thesaurus.
That is
clearly for
Tyler.
that.
That is Tyler. What was it? What were some of the words, Tyler? The Donna Dixon.
Your
love?
favorite was nomenclature.
Nomenclature. Yes.
was your favorite.
I asked him, Rob, who's this nomenclature guy you're talking about?
I think Tyler some nights just goes and turns the TV off and the internet off, and he just gets out an old copy of Roget's Thesaurus. That's ROGET''S. I think, right? Isn't that how it's spelled on your cover?
I think I remember, Rob, we had a Hall of Famer, two-time, right? Double Hall of Famer, Donna Dixon, in our basketball with us, right? I think it was tertiary, right?
Oh, the
was
tertiary.
her
That's
favorite?
actually a Clark Matthews line.
Is it? Okay.
Credit to Clark Matthews on that one. Yeah, that was his SAT prep guide.
Rob, Clark Matthews getting credit for something like that? I don't think I've ever heard that before. The Sandman.
We always give him credit for getting things right with the score clock on hockey games.
Yes.
Even when they're not right, we still give him credit for getting it right.
Well, he does have another guy sitting next to him doing the PA, so, I'm sure he's distracted trying to make sure he's doing his job.
That's what Clark says every time.
Of course, that would be Brian Watts, our partner in crime here at Potassium Sports Network.
See, now this is what Jeff has figured out. It's important to have a couple people broadcasting baseball because when there are breaks in the action or if the score starts to get away, you start telling stories.
Yes.
And it's useless banter time, which is something else that
which
we
is my
typically have in our
forte,
broadcast.
Rob, useless banter.
We should make a list of some of the topics that we've had been able to work into this point as Rankin advances. It's a stolen base for Rankin. He'll move up.
Well, we'll certainly get into some Coach Butler stories.
Coach Butler stories. You've already talked about Dale Trombley, which in and of itself
Did you have that on the bingo
is quite
card?
miraculous. No, that did not. That pitch is downstairs. So go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off, Rob. You can throw something at me over here. I'm trying not to bore Tyler with the Merkel stories, but, from City Babe Ruth days.
Yeah, Jeff and I were teammates back in the old City Babe Ruth League, and that was it. That's a good pitch. Curveball that catches the inside corner.
And
that league used to be a phenomenal league.
Robbie Knowles' dad.
Right?
Yes.
That's correct, yeah.
Yes.
At one
Rob's
time.
brother.
But that league, we used to have 8 teams in the old Babe Ruth League. We played on a regular basis. We were at South Acres. We were at what is now Lefty Wilson
Played
Field.
a lot of night games. It was great.
A lot of blood was donated to the Mosquitoes at Bailey Avenue. We talked about that during one of our other Little League broadcasts.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Good times. Boy, we thought we were good too, didn't we?
So, well, some of those players were.
You're true.
So Rankin, the runner at second. Now Ryan Brown, who just walked, will move down to first base. And that'll bring up Wyatt Barton, who hit a 2-run home run to left field his first time up. Runners at first and second, 2 out in the inning. I never got to finish the story, but Caslow's ball, the error on the center fielder that he was well under and just wasn't able to make the catch, that can be ruled as a sacrifice. So he doesn't lose credit. The runner is going to score. You don't want to have the batter lose points on his average because it's a ball that is clearly going to score the runner. It's plenty deep enough. So it can be scored a sacrifice fly, E8 allowing him to advance to second base. And he still gets credit for a run batted in even though the ball was dropped.
And suddenly 20 Major League Baseball agents are saying, can we get this guy to score our game?
No.
This worth about a couple million a year, Rob.
Well, okay, now we can talk.
We want to get a cut of
My
that.
wife and I are really going to enjoy retirement now. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Wyatt Barton. Wyatt playing third base for the Mariners. Again, a 2-run homer in the top of the first inning. And gets underneath this one. It's sky high out towards left field. Left fielder trying to run underneath it. He does, and he makes the catch. That ends the inning. But for the Mariners, they score 4 runs in the top of the second. And they will go to the bottom of the second with a 7-1 lead over the Essex Avalanche. You're watching American Legion Baseball, the 17U level, on the Potassium Sports Network.
And we'll stay right here again and thank one of our newer partners. Rob, have you been to the John Deli? Right by the old...
Yes, I'm familiar with it. I have not been out there yet.
I'm telling you, I went there, actually had lunch there with one Matt Wallentuck. Rob
Okay,
Knowles.
yeah.
Amazing. Great food, everything homemade.
Now, they have a big connection with Philadelphia.
Correct. So therefore cheesesteaks are their kind of signature item. But come on down to the John Deli. They are ready to serve you. They're open every day, Rob, at 5 a.m. I'll meet you there, okay? Breakfast served until 10:30. lunch served all day. I don't know what that was.
That was you getting a phone call on the iPad.
Was it?
Yeah.
Tell him I said hello.
It must be a sponsor.
Tell him I
No,
said hello.
it could
Maybe
be-
John Deli is calling
Could
up
be Dale Trump
today, or Dale Tremblay. That's right. Anyway, open every day at 5 a.m., breakfast till 10:30, lunch served all day, cheesesteak, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, or get it delivered. Find us on DoorDash, Uber Eats, and then Rob, Tyler and I got stumped with these. Toast Tab and Chow Now?
I
Never heard of him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still write
Yeah.
down notes on
All
paper.
right. That's the John Deli, 7067 Route 9 North in Plattsburgh, right next to the North Country Chamber of Commerce building. You can give them a call to place your order at 518-566-4393. The John Deli, we will see you soon.
If
So
you're
we thank
between-
the John Deli.
If you're between the ages of 12 and 25, you know exactly what those are. So, Tyler, I'm a little disappointed in you. But if you're older than 25, you may not know those platforms yet.
I had never, I mean, right, Tyler? Even from a college standpoint, I was like, do you know?
But you know what that means? The John Deli is readily available.
Yes.
Yes, without question.
And
Without
adapting
question.
to the future at that.
Yeah.
Direct
yes,
to door
yeah,
consumer
seemed to be.
products.
Really good, though. I'm telling you. Matt and I looked at the menu, and it was like one of those 5-pagers. We're like, what do we get? And then, of course, they recommended the cheesesteak, so we had to go that. I had the pretzel cheesesteak, Rob.
And
Amazing.
rave review.
Amazing.
What about the fries? The fries, you get some fries that went along
Solid fries. Solid, yes. And tater tots, if you want
with it?
them.
Oh, tater tots.
Yep,
Seriously.
sweet potato fries.
You know, there's not a lot of places that offer up tater tots.
No, it was certainly a treat for sure.
You go to other areas and you'll often find tater tots on the menu, but there's not a lot of restaurants around the greater Plattsburgh area that have tater tots as a choice. So if John Deli has that, immediately that's got to shoot up the list.
Yes, I'm telling you, it was a nice find for sure.
Parker Fowler is the catcher for the Essex Avalanche. He just got hit by a pitch that was up and in. Nothing the worse for Ware. He'll quickly hustle down to first base. And for the Avalanche, down 7-1, they have the leadoff runner on. And that'll bring up Tyler Durkee, who is the second baseman for Essex. Hits 8th in the order. And the Avalanche trailing by 6. They're in a position where they need to try to get a little momentum for themselves. Looks like they're going to use a runner for the catcher, Fowler. And the runner is going to be Jack Gay, it looks like. So he'll come in to pinch run.
So I'll say, Rob, right? This Avalanche team, obviously, little lopsided, but happy to
It's
have
early,
them.
though. Plenty of time.
But I mean, as a whole, right? First year, right? I think the more local teams, the better. I don't know if I think you agree with me.
Well, look, anything that builds sports, whether
Yes.
it's baseball, whether it's pick it, right? Basketball, soccer.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I worry a little bit about, Jeff, going forward is that numbers and kids that are participating in sports, the numbers seem to be dropping a little bit in the area with the runner on first base, the pitch from Caslow fouled straight back, and anything that is going to help sustain numbers or maybe build numbers in a more positive direction. I think what's happening more, too, in youth sports is we're seeing more, and this has happened frequently in larger areas, more specialization.
Yes.
Where kids are focusing 10 to 12 months out of the year on a specific sport. And think back 30 years ago, not even 30 years ago, you don't have to go that far back, and you saw that pitch taken for strike 3. So Durkee is down looking on strikes. You don't have to go that far back when it was very common to see a kid play soccer or football in the fall, basketball or hockey in the wintertime, or whatever other sports are offered. And then it was track and field, baseball, tennis, golf, something in the spring. So the number of 3-sport athletes is, I think, decreasing across the board, and that's a little bit worrisome. So anything that is going to offer kids a chance to play, thumbs up.
Yeah, totally agree. And interesting. Glad to get your perspective too. You're still active in the coaching in the area, at the high school level, running your camps this summer. Your hockey camps.
Yes. Very tiring.
How'd that go for
Awesome.
week 1?
Ryder Rafferty, by the way, the batter for the Essex Avalanche. He's in right field. We just had our first week. We have 4 straight weeks of camp in July, the Knowles Summer Hockey Camp. And the first one, we had 46 children, ages 5 through 8.
Wow.
And the good news is everybody left with all their fingers and toes still intact. Because when you put knives on the feet of 46 kids, 5 to 8, sometimes you worry about it. But for the 15th straight year, no one has lost any fingers or toes. Runner moving from first and in safely is the runner Jack Gay, so he'll steal second. Aggressive move from the Essex Avalanche down by 6.
Hey, make some stuff happen, right?
With Ryder Rafferty, the right fielder, in the box. Count is 2-1. And good swing from Rafferty. That pitch was well located on the outside corner, just missed the end of his bat. That's one of those pitches where, as the hitter, you're probably going to have to take that ball the other way, and it looked like he had a good pull swing on that pitch. Here's the pitch from Kaslow. Ties him up inside that time, and it's strike 3. Swing and a miss from Rafferty. I like the hacks from Rafferty.
Another good cut, right? Another good cut, right? Yeah.
And that'll bring up Sean McCauley. He led the game off, grounding out to shortstop Billy Orr. He is the shortstop for the Essex Avalanche as well. Runner in scoring position at second base. Mariners leading 7-1. We're in the bottom of the second inning at Veterans Park in West Plattsburgh at post 16-19. This is all part of the Gary Butler Tournament. Mariners will be playing later on this afternoon. We'll have coverage of that game on the Potassium Sports Network as well. Kaslow ahead in the count. This pitch gets away from Max Coyer, well wide of the dish, and that's going to allow Parker Fowler to move up to third base on the wild pitch from Kaslow. Looked like he really held on to that one, and it was well wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple of outs. McCauley with an opportunity to bring home the pinch runner. That is Jack Gay down at third base. Here's the pitch from Kaslow. That pitch is up.
Good eye.
2 balls, 1 strike. This week we'll have 43 9 and 10-year-olds.
Wow.
So week number 2. Each week we move up in age. And then the week after that, we've got right around 40. I think it's right at 40, maybe a little over that. 11, 12, 13, 14. There's a pitch that is right back up the middle. Well done by Sean McCauley. It's a single up the middle, a run batted in, and that'll make the score 7-2.
Good job by McCauley right there. Just going right back to the box, Tyler.
Yep. Yeah, and that actually may have deflected off the glove of Kaslow in the circle. Took a carom into center field, gets another run in. 5-run deficit.
That'll bring up Eli Meacham. Meacham singled his first time up. 2 outs this time. Off-speed pitch, grounds to the shortstop. He'll take the easy one to second base, but it's not handled by that second base.
You fooled me.
Meacham will reach on a fielder's choice. We'll score that an error at second base, and the inning stays alive for the Essex Avalanche. Now runners at first and second. That brings up Owen Carey, the pitcher. He walked his first time up.
Really slow roller there to Billy Orr at short. He made the right decision trying to get the lead runner at second. But then Price just unable to hang on.
I like for the Avs, just putting the ball in play, right? Put the pressure on the defense. Make the play.
Owen Carey, the batter, right up on top of the dish. He is right on that inside line. His left foot, left-handed hitter, right on that inside line of the batter's box. That pitch swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Avalanche have just scored their second run, making it 7-2. Clinton County on top. Kaslow with the set. Checks the runner at second. That pitch is upstairs. Carey ahead in the count, 2-1. Runner in scoring position is Sean McCauley. Meacham is the runner at first base. He'll end up reaching on fielder's choice. Runner moving. That pitch high and away goes off the glove of Max Coyer. McCauley moves up to third. Meacham moves to second base. Originally on the pitch, McCauley was moving. Meacham was not moving at first base, so I'm not sure if the runner went on his own or if there was a sign that maybe Meacham just didn't pick up on.
Well, McCauley took a really aggressive turn around third base against the advice of the manager, Jesse Izzo, so that may have been the case on the steal.
And for the second time in the game, Owen Carey has walked. Sometimes you get into these games as a pitcher and you just have like a mental block with certain batters in the lineup.
Yeah.
And that's twice where Carey has walked pretty quickly.
And when often you get out to your team gets out to a big lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's why I like the Avs just putting the bat in the ball, right? Taking their walks, putting the ball in play, put the pressure on the defense. Just
Pop
missed
day
that.
is up.
Yeah, just missed that.
Ball is popped up. Max Coyer, the catcher, makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Hobday, the cleanup hitter, pops out in foul territory to Max Coyer. Made a good play. There's not a lot of room in foul territory here at Veterans Park. And stayed in play. It was right close to the netting, and Coyer with good focus to make the play on that foul pop out. So that ends the inning. The Avalanche get 1, and at the end of 2 innings of play, the score Clinton County 7 and the Essex Avalanche 2. Back at Veterans Park in West Plattsburgh, New York, you're watching American Legion Baseball at the 17U level on the Potassium Sports Network. Tyler Wood's going to take you along for innings 3 and 4.
Max Courier will lead off here for Clinton County. It will be the bottom third of the batting order. Courier, Price, and Orr. That will be 6, 7, and 8 in the Clinton County order. We just saw Courier make a stellar play in foul territory, tracking a pop-up that was headed out toward the backstop. In his first plate appearance back in the first, Courier grounded out to the second baseman, Tyler Durkee. We saw Owen Carey with a bit of a scare in the previous half inning. Took a line drive off of the thigh area. He will dig in for his third inning of work and gets Courier to wave on the first pitch.
That ball was upstairs. Courier seeing a fastball. Sometimes as a hitter, that fastball comes in upstairs thinking you get on top of it or drive that ball in the air.
Good pitch.
Courier fooled once again behind 0-2. There's one driven in the air to right center. In comes Gay, and
Nice
he will
play.
make the play. Had to cover some ground coming in from center, but out number one's in F8.
Good job out there. Way to run that down. Nice play by Gay.
One of 2 Gay brothers, of course. His brother's actually DHing for him today. They
Is
both
he?
started in
Interesting.
last night's game between the Avalanche and the Mariners. Saw his brother come in as a
now,
courtesy
Rob,
runner.
do you think that causes problems at home later? If he goes 3 for 3, maybe not.
No.
Slow roller left side. Pelkey charges in, doesn't field it cleanly, recovers, and fires
Nice
to
play.
first. A great play there by Pelkey, who initially bobbled the ball at the hot corner
Way to stay with it.
and recovered in time to fire to Meacham, out number 2.
Had to come and get that ball. You sit back on that, the runner's going to beat it out.
Pelkey made that great play last night, Tyler, right? That where he had about 0.2 of a second to react on that line drive. Yeah.
Monster line drive, and he was playing in, so he probably had about 85 feet to respond.
Right. Great play, great reactions.
Now, if Tyler's innings are going to go this quickly, we may just have you do the rest of the game.
Here's Billy Orr, who
Yeah,
reached
Rob,
on an error.
Rob, your control is off, you know.
One spiked in the dirt, Orr ahead 2-0. We mentioned he started yesterday's game between these sides. First plate appearance back in the second, he reached on a Pelkey error. We have seen our share of errors in today's game. We had only one yesterday. 2-0 will miss high and away. 3 balls, no strikes. See if Orr is swinging here with 2 away. Base is empty. And that will miss low. So the Mariners do get a man on. They've had a base runner in each half inning. It is walk number 3 issued by Carey today. And Owen Dubé will have a runner to work with.
Jeff, I've seen he's gone away from the Dale Trombley bat.
I mean, you know, should I take the 5th on that? Because, you know, I mean, I could comment, but, you know, we could get his dad, Josh, over here to give us some analysis.
Runner goes. The throw will scamper past. It's an easy saunter to second base
But he
for
did
Billy Orr.
He did have a couple swing and misses, which I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there, Rob.
You know, and looking at that bat, that it did appear to be vintage right around early 90s, which is back when Dale was playing. So it may have been out of his shed.
Stale Dale. Local legend for sure.
Ball and a strike here to
Good
Dubé.
pick.
Caslow with a generous lead off a second. As Jeff mentioned, Fowler made a nice pick there on a ball that found some dirt right before home plate.
Mm.
2-1, Dubé checks his swing. That one skips past Fowler as well, and Caslow will take another 90 feet down to third. So a runner in scoring position here for the Mariners.
When you're Essex, you score the run in the bottom of the second inning. You're looking to pick up a little momentum. You need a zero here. You need to stop and then try to get the bats going again to try to chip away. That run at third represents an opportunity for the Mariners to reclaim momentum.
Nice curveball.
Yeah, Dubé cuts and misses on the off-speed offering. Full count on the way here. Two-away, runner at third. Clinton County leading Essex County 7-2. And Dubé will work the walk. Runners on the corner to Jacoby Waldron.
Bottom of the order, trying to do some damage again. They set the table last time, the top of the second inning for Clinton County.
Yep. So back-to-back base on balls now issued by Carey. First pitch inside here to Jacoby Waldron, who was hit by a pitch. As Rob mentioned, that was part of a real rally for the Mariners there in the top of the second. Bottom of the order set the table for the top side. They almost batted through.
There you go.
Called strike.
Yeah, like see, take a breath here, right? Come right back, throw strikes. You certainly don't want to keep giving up free passes with 2 outs here. And Rob, to your point, important to get a shutdown inning.
1-1 misses in the attic. 2 balls and a strike to Waldron.
Again, Mariners batting 10. Jacoby is in the 10 spot. They have an extra hitter that is in the lineup today. Ryan Brown, who often catches for Clinton County, likely will catch later this afternoon.
Or the runner at third. Dubé, the runner at first. 3 balls and a strike here to home plate and Jacoby Waldron.
And with the warm weather this time of year, of course, you don't necessarily have to tax Brown by putting him behind the plate for a couple of games.
And that will miss outside. So make it 3 straight walks to the bottom 3 hitters in the Mariners lineup. And here's Sully Luckin, who had an RBI single, reached second on an error in his last at-bat back in the second.
Owen Carey has worked himself into some trouble.
First 2 batters were quick and clean. Anything but that since for the Essex County starter. He fires the first pitch ball inside to the Beekman Town Eagle, Sully Luckin.
Or the water boy he was yesterday, right, during our interview.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Always looking out for his teammates' hydration in the Potassium Sports Network post-game interviews.
Rob, no, you saw that. We were talking to Billy Orr after he pitched a great game, and Sully came over with a water bottle and, decided he was going to end the interview. I think he'd heard enough, apparently.
Sometimes Jeff's post games on the Potassium Sports Network are longer than the post games on these World Cup broadcasts.
That's usually because I'm waiting for the teams, Rob.
Thankfully, we don't have Alexi Lawless here. 2 1s, cut on a miss, 2-2.
But at least you can typically understand what he is saying.
Yes.
Well, I'll thank Coach Knowles for letting us get Billy yesterday before they had their team meeting. So we didn't have to extend it, Rob, to our World Cup timing.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Luckin fights one off, 2-2, 2 away.
But Jeff has such a setup here. It normally takes him about 2.5 hours to take everything down at the end of the game. He's just trying to keep people around with him.
2-2. Nice job by Fowler to keep that ball in front of him and keep that runner at third. Again, it's Billy Orr is the lead runner at third, Dubé at second, Waldron at first. All of them reach via walks.
Runners moving here with a 3-2 pitch.
Payoff pitch is low, 4-4. That will walk in a run. It's 8-2 Mariners.
Not sure I like the curveball there, breaking ball there, Rob.
Yeah, well, I think it's maybe a situation where they're just trying to find something that he can locate over the plate for a strike.
True.
So here comes the Essex County manager, Jesse Izzo. After his starting pitcher, Owen Carey, has issued his 4th straight walk. That one scores Clinton County's 8th run of the day. We mentioned yesterday Jesse has become a real stalwart presence in the Adirondack baseball scene, and he will make a pitching change here.
He himself was an excellent player when he played for Lake Placid.
So what we have a minute here, I'm going to throw up the screen here and talk about do you call him an honoree? Memorial, Gary Butler Memorial Tournament. I mean, Tyler, we talked about it yesterday. Certainly, and I'm excited to have Rob here because I know Rob knew him well. Went to high school, played high school with his son Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
The accomplishments in the world of baseball, but also just as a person. But on the screen here, Rob, I know you can't see it, but I mean, Plattsburgh State Hall of Fame, Beekmantown Hall of Fame, all SUNYAC teams, Cardinals MVP in 1963, I believe. Graduated the Cardinals all-time leader in I think it was strikeouts, right? Strikeouts in a season, career. Goes to Beekmantown, coaches baseball there from 1980-85. Took a break to watch Rob, you and Johnny, and the boys play for a few years at PHS, and then came back my senior year, 1989, stayed to 05. 3-time CBAC Coach of the Year, 2-time sectional champ. And, in the fall, he coached football for 20-some years, including the head coach at 1 year. Meanwhile, in the summers, he would help with Post 20. He was an assistant coach on that 1969 state championship team and was a professional scout for the Mets, then the Pirates, and the Expos. But again, just a North Country legend. And Rob, I know, you certainly knew Coach Butler and, probably had some great memories of him.
I had the privilege of actually playing grasshopper baseball for a team that he coached. So imagine someone who had as much baseball knowledge and did as much for the community as he did. I was fortunate enough to be a little kid, 7, 8 years old, learning baseball from him. I remember at one point going to his house, and he was helping me with pitching tips. And at the time, I wasn't even in Little League yet. It was grasshopper baseball. And how many people would go out of their way to help a 7 or 8 year old with their fastball in your backyard? He was a guy that would do that. He lived the street right behind my aunt and uncle in the west end of the city of Plattsburgh. So I'm sure all kinds of people have stories like that where he was ready to reach out and help somebody, and they didn't necessarily have to be on his team. It could be somebody that he was friends with, and he would be willing to point them in the right direction and give them good advice.
Well, that was him, right? I mean, just, there's a story. There's probably, to Rob's point, hundreds of them, but that's certainly one that just tells you who he was as a person, not only as a baseball man. So great to have this tournament to remember him. Again, just a North Country baseball legend for sure.
New face on the hill here for the Avalanche. Eli Meacham has moved over from first base. He'll assume pitching duties here. First batter he faces is Joey Caslow, starting pitcher for Clinton County today.
Beautiful day.
Picture perfect. It was about 75 for first pitch. I'm sure we've crept up into the low 80s. Nice breeze as well.
Meacham is thrown right into the frying pan.
Yep.
With the bases loaded and where the Mariners are in their lineup. Caslow has already been on base a couple of times.
Rankin on deck. He's 2 for 2. Here is the 2-0 pitch here to Caslow. Nowhere to put him. Misses outside 3-0.
Interesting. Anyway, Tyler, you had said it. I mean, first 2 outs, right? And Rob, you'd made that comment, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good point.
Happens all the time at the racetrack, too. As soon as we say, wow, this driver is really doing something tonight, then the next lap they spin around in the turn.
Caslow will swing on the 3-0 pitch. He pops it up. It's out of play into the tree line behind us.
Now, does that happen, Rob, with Robin Wood?
Well, it didn't used to.
No. It's been about 13 years since Robin Wood raced at Airborne.
He's not,
but,
Racing legend Buck O'Branham still says that Robin had the most talent of any driver he's ever seen at Airborne.
Have you ever met his son? I don't believe it.
There's one that slides all the way to the backstop. Here comes the run from third. Make it 9-2 Mariners.
Yeah, that was ball 4, so the runner Caslow could have walked home.
And for those curious, the legend Robin Wood
is
my
my
father.
dad.
Oh,
Yes,
Tyler Wood.
He was a great driver.
And a Beekmantown Eagle.
And a 1989 Beekmantown
Yes.
alum, indeed.
A classmate of mine.
Run batted in for Caslow, but not a fan of dirt tracks.
No, races on asphalt in Vermont, New Hampshire these days. Part-time only. Base is still loaded for Owen Rankin. He's 2 for 2 today, a single in each half inning thus far. 9-2 Mariners advantage here in the top of the third. It is their home field, but they're the visiting team here today. The 0-1 to Rankin is spiked in the dirt. The runner will stay put at third as it took a quick hop off the backstop netting.
We talked about the importance of for Essex to put a 0 up here in the top of the third inning, which it looked like they were in a pretty good position to do with 2 outs right off the bat. And now the Mariners have put 2 up. They've got the bases loaded. They're in the middle of their order. And it's a real trouble spot for Essex.
Rankin fights off another one, a ball and 2 strikes.
Really like Rankin's swing, Rob.
It's a good contact guy, too.
Yeah.
I would bet he has not struck out much this. And in the high school season, he was very tough out in the Beekmantown lineup.
Good little pitcher, too.
Likes to pull. He's a real strong pull guy.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 from Meacham. Hit sharply, and it will be knocked down, but not handled by the Carey, the game's newly minted first baseman. Another run will come in to score. And the Mariners have had hung 10 on the Avalanche. It's 10-2.
Even if he makes that play, I'm not sure they're going to get him at first base because he runs extremely well. It would have been a long throw from from Carey back to Meacham, who would have had to cover first base. I'm going to score that a single and a run batted in for Rankin.
Again, I got agents calling me. I want this guy scoring the Red Sox game. Jared Duran be hitting 400.
But you know what's odd now? I'll watching as much Major League Baseball as I do. Sometimes you'll see plays and you'll think that play should have been made. How can you score that?
Yeah.
In Major League Baseball, I find the scoring sometimes more favorable than what we might
American
find
Legion
in
ball.
high school. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
1-0 here to Ryan Brown. He walked back in the second. Was also retired on a sharp line drive to Meacham, who was then the first baseman. He and Carey swapped positions 3 batters ago.
I don't know who's running this camera, but he's making me dizzy.
Here's the 2-0. Bases all loaded up with Mariners. There's one fouled off down the right field line.
Tyler, our new 4K camera, I'm loving it over here. I see the difference. I mean, Rob, like I said, man, we'll have replay next year. We're going to have a production truck by the time we get to baseball next year.
In watching some of the broadcasts last night, I saw some new sponsor ads up on the top of the screen.
This one off the top of the glove of Fowler. He chases it to the backstop. Runner will stay at third.
Yeah, you can see that's up there. And, some folks that came in just to help us with the summer and looking forward to the fall for sure. I mean, a lot of good opportunities that we're hoping we can execute, including Rob will hint at perhaps a ESPN College Game Day-esque high school football pregame show. So looking forward to see what we can get in the fall.
Pitches low to Brown. Another run will score on the RBI walk. It's 11-2 Clinton County. That's the 8th walk of the day issued by an Essex County pitcher, the 2nd from Meacham.
Is Lee Corso available?
Yeah, I wish. I did hear a rumor, though, that Rob Knowles is.
What?
recently
Rob Knowles is
retired.
retired.
Yes, the recently retired Rob Knowles. Congratulations.
Thanks.
By the way, how many years?
34 total in education.
34 years. And you were history, social studies?
Global 10.
Global? Yeah. Interesting.
Everybody's favorite Regents exam. Students love writing essays.
I'm sure they do. Ooh.
And Wyatt Barton will wear that one. So it's an RBI on the hit batsman. Make it a dozen for Clinton County. A 10-run advantage, 12-2 there in front.
I feel bad. I really jinxed this inning.
Yeah.
I should have just been quiet.
You did.
First 2 batters out. And that brings Max Coyer up with one of those situations where
and
everybody in the dugout will remind you when you come back. He has a chance to make 2 outs in the same inning.
And you got, again, we talked about this Adirondack team being young. I'm sure, often, Rob, pitching on the pitching staffs where you see that, right? There's probably not a lot of depth in that first year. But, again, we love them being here and excited to watch them build this program. Obviously, Coach, a great baseball guy, right?
Plays semi-professionally for Tupper Lake in the Empire State Baseball League. Formerly played for the Saranac Lake Surge. Courier takes that one for a ride. Foul down the left field line.
I think another thing, I was talking to Coach Knowles, might have been last weekend, the last time I saw them, and he was saying, a lot of the kids that might have be in this program had been Mariners. So they're still Mariners. So you may want to, Rob, I don't know if you know more about that. Kind of might need to cycle through that too.
Courier cuts and misses 1 and 2.
Chasing again a little bit upstairs.
Caslow and Orr, of course, are Essex County residents playing for this Clinton County team.
Gotcha.
They're big contributors to this Mariners lineup. Here's the 1-2, 2 away. Courier watches it sail by. Runner will stay put at third base. Robbie Knowles perhaps being a bit conservative here on that send from third,
Once you
ranking the
get to
lead
10.
runner.
No, in American Legion Baseball, there's a residency rule. Programs typically declare a base school, and it's mileage from your domicile, the term that they use. Tyler would use that term.
There's one lumbered through right side. That will sneak past. Rankin will score.
They're going one at a time.
Yeah, one base at a time here. Robbie Knowles gives the stop sign to Brown at third, but make it 13-2.
But the term that they use in the Legion rule book is parents domiciled to the base school, the mileage. So technically, you could live in another county, and if you're closer to the base school, you could still play for. You're not necessarily locked into that county.
And that one will catch a piece of Andrew Price. He reaches base. It's 14-2 now, Clinton County. And here comes Jesse Izzo once again. Meacham, after coming over from first base, has really struggled with command of the strike zone.
That's 2, 4, 6, 7 runs in the inning with 2 out.
And Izzo will take the ball from Meacham, so we'll see another change here. And a good opportunity to thank another sponsor of the Potassium Sports Network here during the pitching change.
Yeah, I mean, you first. Might as well, give them some love. Another long time, long time. We started in September, but supporter of us here at the Potassium Sports Network. So we thank you first at You First Federal Credit Union. We're all in for you. They don't see account numbers. They don't see people. It matters to them to see you succeed in life and with your money. You First Federal Credit Union is passionate about your financial well-being. With the right tools and resources, You First can help you achieve your financial goals, become part of the You First community, and discover why your neighbors choose local. Because why, Tyler? Because You First is about
putting you first.
Putting you first, exactly. Learn more at youfirstfcu.net.
See, now in the middle of that, he started with why Rob, hoping that maybe I would be smart enough to be able to fill in the punchline. He knew right away that you would get it. So I'm glad that, Jeff, you made that quick little change.
Yeah, of course.
In the middle. So you were talking about fall. Are you looking at potentially like a game of the week, looking at schedules to see what the prime matchup might be for high school football, or focusing on specific teams and more their schedule?
Definitely the prime matchup. I think John D'Angelo shared some news that he had heard, Rob, that it doesn't sound like Ticonderoga will be back. So there's a lot of, with Osceola Valley,
Ty
their
maybe
situation.
merging with Mariah?
I'm not sure.
I
hope for the kids.
That would be like the Hatfields and McCoy.
Yeah.
Forming a
That's
union.
a good point. Right. It's a good point. But the schedule, right, as you can imagine now, they're looking to fill in. So still a little TBD. But yes, Rob, the hope is a game of the week. And then, to be on site, get our sponsors involved, kind of have them on site, interact with the fans, create a real kind of tailgate atmosphere. So that is the hope that we can execute that. A lot of conversations going on there, but we're excited for sure.
That'll be good.
Wyatt Dio, the new pitcher in for Essex County, induces some soft contact, but it sneaks through the left side of the infield. It was just under the glove of Pelkey over there at third, and that should have been the end of the inning. Instead, it will be the 15th run of the game for the Mariners. So that will be an E5, which allows another run to come in. But Wyatt Dio's first appearance here in this game, he did play yesterday. He was at second base in yesterday's loss for Essex County. Jeff, I can tell you, Beekmantown Peru's the first Friday in October at Beekmantown. It's homecoming weekend.
So I saw that. I actually already reached out to Athletic Director Justin Frechette and said certainly pencil that in for us. That'll be a fun one for sure. I mean, Beekmantown Peru always is.
With all your equipment, though, you may need a production truck.
That's
one
what
of the
I'm
biggest
saying.
issues with a lot of the football stadiums.
It's funny you say that.
Their press box.
It's funny you say that, Rob, because Beekmantown, we are down the road from me. I've already talked to what?
Go ahead, hit in the air to center. Gay will come in and make the play to retire the side.
Another
but a
nice
crooked
play.
number for the Mariners. They played 8 here in the third. It's 15-2 as we head to the bottom of the Jeff tertiary inning.
I like that. I'm gonna stay right here, but and talking to Beekmantown Athletic Director Justin Frechette, I might try to put he doesn't know this yet, Rob, but maybe get a backup table to leave up there because that's right down the road, and I end up doing a lot of games there, right? But we'll see if I end up doing that at Saranac and Peru and PHS and some of those other schools.
Saranac there would be room in Saranac
Yeah.
because Saranac's location is inside a classroom.
Right.
So
yeah.
you're actually Saranac has probably the most ideal situation for that. Being inside, or you're on the second floor, you're looking down. It's literally like being in a real press box, except you're in. I want to say I think it's an ELA classroom that you typically go in. They have a chance where you can really spread out and have some room for all of your equipment.
Yeah. So Rob, again, you're the resident coach for us. What do you think Coach Izzo is saying to his young team over there? Obviously a tough day.
We put it behind, and we just try to fight, and we try to persevere here, recognizing that we're probably not in a position where we're going to win this game, but let's get something out of it. Let's have some good at-bats. I think they'll have another game to play today, and they want to try to carry forward some positive mojo if they can through the rest of the baseball game.
Yeah, they will play the Vermont Strikers next, and then Placer will play the Strikers at 4, I believe, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
We'll have coverage of that game.
We will. 4 o'clock, we'll be back.
Strikers are a 15U team, I believe, from Essex Junction, Vermont. So that will be the 4 o'clock matchup here on the Potassium Sports Network. The Clinton County Junior Mariners taking on the Strikers.
Now, Rob, in between 2 with from Ronnie's, I'll take fries, right? If you're going that way.
I will be going that way, but I think I have 2 cold chicken legs sitting inside my refrigerator at home that probably have my name on them.
All right.
There's some cold pizza that I think has probably already been spoken for by my son and wife. That'll be devoured by the time I get home.
Joey Caslow coming off a long layoff, had a couple of plate appearances there in the top of the third that saw the Mariners score 8. He's allowed just 2 base hits and 3 walks, so pretty effective outing from Caslow. And after a long layoff, he will face Pelkey, Gay, and Fowler here in the third.
So a little interesting anecdote. When I got here early, I believe Wyatt Barton was in the batting cage. His dad was throwing to him, and of course I'm setting my stuff up and having to glance over, and certainly, and there comes the inside fastball right from Dad, and it reminded me my senior year, and of course we all played North Country baseball at high school, and it's 30 degrees in April and all that, right? And we were heading somewhere for a game, and let the pitch go.
First pitch called, strike.
So we were trying to get some swings in quickly, right? And so Coach Butler is throwing me to the cage, and doesn't he hit me like right on the finger, right?
And it was a cold day. You talk about bees in the
and
bat
I had
rack.
a blood blister, and oh my God, he felt so bad. The whole bus. Hey, you all right, Jeffrey? Are you all right? I'm like, yes, Coach, I'm good. So it just reminded me of that, thinking about Coach and then seeing that happen. But again, that's the kind of guy he was. He just kept coming to me. Hey, you sure you're okay? I'm like, yep, Coach, I'm good. It was the catching hand, so I should be all right.
The 1-2 here to Pelkey. And I guess that was the 2-1. Now it's 2-2. Scoreboard was off by a pitch. Pelkey walked back in the first inning. Here's the double deuces pitch, and that's in there for a called strike 3.
Nice pitch.
Goes off speed after back-to-back fastballs that went in for strikes. Catches the batter Pelkey a little flat-footed and not able to offer on the curveball that Pelkey delivers. First out of the inning.
Third strikeout for Joey Caslow. Big cut and a miss from Jacob Gay. He flew out to Dubé in right field in the opening frame. Parker Fowler is on deck. He led off the previous inning. 0-1.
Rob, I know we play NFHS roles, and by God, no means disrespect to the Adirondack team. Is there a run rule in Legion?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Same thought went through
Is
my
it
head.
tournament by tournament maybe?
If we take a commercial break when Coach Graves runs down to first base, I'll try to see if he can let us know that information.
2-1 here to Gay.
Cut. Good pitch.
Cut on a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One away.
Normally you get into these tournaments and there are some rules like that just to make sure that things keep moving along because you are on a time schedule.
Certainly helps with the pitching too, right?
And Jacob Gay will go down swinging back-to-back strikeouts to begin the third for Caslow. He's up to 4 Ks on the day.
He's looking for his first clean inning of the game.
Like usually, Rob, by the time I given up my 10th run, I was looking for the 10-run rule. As you can imagine.
You were just saving your arm because you had to pitch the next day.
Exactly. Right. Back then, we didn't have pitch counts. They were like, all right, you're up again. See if you can get it right this time.
How's your arm feeling today, kiddo?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem, Coach. I'm ready. All right, go get him.
First pitch dots the outside corner to Fowler. That one finds the dirt.
I
Gave the
remember
count.
this kind of involves Coach Butler, but it's more a Coach Rick Knowles story.
Yeah.
So the year, my 15-year-old year, Rob, you were gone. And right, especially when you get into summer leagues, you get lineups where, you'd have 3 or 4 hitters, but then, so he, yep.
1-1 right back to Caslow on the hill. All sorts of time to fire to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning. The first time either side has gone down in order all day, and we head to the fourth here at Veterans Park. 15-2, Clinton County in front.
Hey everyone, Ernie at delacars.com. Time's precious, and very few of us have the time to view dozens of websites looking for the perfect pre-owned vehicle. The average dealership's lucky to have 50 or 60 pre-owned vehicles for sale. So, what's the solution? delacars.com is the solution. Go to delacars.com and input the year, make, and model you want. Chances are we have what you're looking for. The Della Auto Group has 10 locations. Della has thousands of pre-owned vehicles for sale, and they're all listed at delacars.com. And if you see a pre-owned vehicle you like and it's in Queensbury, no problem. Call or visit one of our Della locations in Plattsburgh, and we'll have it sent up for you. No obligation to buy. delacars.com. Check it out. We have the cars, we have the deals, and we make it easy.
And we are back here at Veterans Memorial Park at the American Legion Post 1619 in West Plattsburgh, New York. This is Jeff Garrett from the Potassium Sports Network here with Tyler Wood and Rob Knowles. Beautiful day. Tough day for the Adirondack Avalanche so far, but hey, they're still out there. They're still playing right, and you can't ask for more than that. Some days, to quote my mom, would always say, some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. Right? Or did I say that right? Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a John Raymond quote. Is it? A popular John Raymond quote.
That's probably where she was. Yeah. She knew John very well. They were both guidance counselors.
Oh, yes.
So she knew him very, very well. I played against John. See, now you know what? I have a Coach Butler John Raymond story for you.
I don't know, Tyler, if you picked up on it, but apparently they have used the iTunes from Jeff's phone. They were just playing some Casey in the Sunshine Band.
I saw you dancing behind the scenes, Rob. You went. Yeah, I lost you for a minute, and I saw you kind of doing the, the old Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta
no,
back
there. More
there.
of a shake your booty, Casey in the Sunshine Band fan. And I have the answer to that question, but we'll hold everybody in suspense as Tyler gets us going here in the top of the fourth.
Ahead, Tyler.
10-1-2 here in the Mariners' batting order. Jacoby Waldron, first pitch swinging, pops it up high to left field, but not deep. It's an easy play for Hobday. 1 pitch, 1 out.
So the answer to the run rule question is that there is indeed a 10-run rule after 5 innings.
Okay.
So we're getting there. Right now we're in the top of the 4th inning. But 10-run rule after 5. 7-inning games, no official pitch count rules, 10-run rule after 5. Everything else NFHS.
Ooh. So here's Sully Luckin, walked back in the 3rd. Singled and drove in a run in the 2nd, struck out back in the 1st. Plenty of plate appearances for all the Mariners here today. As he sends himself to a knee there, chops that pitch foul, perhaps off of himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hockey player, Rob. You can take it.
He'll be all right.
Walks it off, things right back in.
Well, the umpires are going to confer, and he did not signal right away that it was a dead ball. I think based on the reaction of the hitter, one would assume that it went directly off of his ankle or his foot. but neither the first base umpire nor the plate umpire signaled.
Although I will say, Mr. Loughran can be a crafty fellow, so he might have. I'm kidding.
And at the same time, Essex never threw the ball to first base.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
But that's one where if you're in the field defensively, because there wasn't anything signaled immediately or called out immediately, that's where you do go ahead and finish the play, just in case it is ruled that it did not foul off of his foot.
Luckin swings and misses, 1-2. One away here in the Clinton County half of the fourth inning. It's a 13-run advantage, fouled straight back. Luckin stays alive. The top of this Mariners order, really the whole lineup, but especially the top 3 or 4 batters, very good at extending at-bats, fighting off pitches, looking for one to hit. Luckin no exception.
Top 3 guys have been on base 8 out of 9 at-bats.
Take 2 on the 1-2 to Luckin. Cut on a miss. He'll strike out for the second time today. First strikeout for Wyatt Dio. There's 2 gone.
That ball upstairs, right on the edge of the top of the strike zone. Competitive pitch when it's a 1-2 count near the pitcher. You want to. Sometimes coaches will say, "Let's get the ball upstairs," and it'll be so far upstairs that it's not really competitive. It doesn't tempt the hitter. But that was well located, maybe just above the top of the strike zone. Got Luckin to chase, and it leads to the first out.
1-0 to Caslow.
Second out, I should say.
Yeah, 2 away here in the fourth. Caslow hits it in the air, actually hits it on the ground. It's a slow roller shortstop side and a 1-2-3 inning, back-to-back clean innings here. And we'll head to the bottom of the fourth, 15-2, the Mariners in front. That was a ball that even fooled me. The outfielder started to shift over as if it was a pop fly. It was actually rolling along the rug right to the glove of McCauley. He fires to Carey at first base for out number 3.
And we'll keep it right here and speaking of local legends, Tyler Wood and Rob Knowles, Chris Consulting for their support. I mean, again, to talk about a huge supporter of high school sports, local sports, youth sports. They don't get bigger than Steve Chris, probably one of the best umpires we have in the area. Certainly someone who gives a lot of his time to youth sports and high school sports and really all local sports. I think he's a Plattsburgh State season ticket holder. I mean, really just at the face of local sports. But we want to thank Chris Consulting for continuing to support the Clinton County Mariners and Potassium Sports Network. With Chris Consulting, you'll get year-round support from someone who grew up right here in the North Country. You won't be just a number either, because with Chris Consulting, you'll get personalized service from the region's premier and most trusted Medicare broker. If you have questions, need answers, or need to find the right Medicare plan, Chris Consulting is the place to be. And again, we thank Steve. We're promoting his day job, I guess, with that billboard, right? But again, just one of the big supporters of local sports, and someone we're all a big fan of, I believe, on this crew for sure.
Steve and his wife Nina sit right below Rob and I at every Cardinal hockey game. So once in a while I'll glance down and Steve will give me a facial reaction to something that happened on the ice. Always makes for an entertaining evening at the Stafford Ice Arena.
Yes, I'm sure.
Rob and I are usually bumping elbows literally because our broadcast locations are rather snug up there in the press box. Yeah. Of course, at Plattsburgh State we carry a crew of 10,000. No, about 3, but it's always a tight fit up there. But always a good time.
The full schedule for the Gary Butler Memorial Tournament, there is no championship game. It's just all the teams are going to play each other twice. Today, Essex County, the team that we're watching right now, play against the Mariners. They will play next against the Strike Zone Strikers. Strike Zone is a kind of a baseball hitting school that's over in Vermont. And then the Strikers will play against Clinton County at 4, and then 2 games tomorrow at 11. Strike Zone Strikers will play Essex County again, and then Clinton County will play the Strike Zone Strikers in the 1:30 game. We're scheduled to have coverage of the game at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon on the Potassium Sports Network as well.
Yeah, we'll have Mr. Knowles with us here, and our own John D'Angelo. Johnny D said he might make a guest appearance for the 4 o'clock game today. If he can get free, Rob. We don't want to take up too much of his weekend.
On my way out today, I thought I saw him turning, because he lives about 4 houses
That's right,
down
I
from me.
forgot. That's right.
And I thought I saw him turning onto, it was a late wave from me. But I thought I saw him turning onto Olivetti as I was turning on to Ruger to make my way up towards West Plattsburgh.
His son was doing something today, football camp.
Football
kind of
camp,
thing,
I believe he said. Yeah, well, he hit his union hours.
Is that what it
cap.
was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, his son, God, I forgot his name. Dominic plays at Wagner, right?
Division I
football
Staten
player.
Island.
Yeah.
New pitcher for Clinton County, Jacoby Waldron has entered the game. Jacoby goes to Saranac Central School, also a member of the Mariners 15U squad.
His 0-1 pitch is high and tight. Ducking out of the way of it is, let's see, is Durkee leading off?
Yes. Tyler Durkee's up.
I mentioned before we went out on air, Rob, my haphazard scorebook. His Durkee will wear that one on the elbow. So the hit batsman will get the leadoff man on for Essex County.
Looks like they subbed in. That was Wyatt Dio, who was pitching. He must have entered into Durkee's spot.
So Dio will get hit on the elbow, and he makes his way down to first base. A painful 90, as they say.
I mean, if you're going to get hit, we got to get the name right.
True that.
Sorry, Wyatt.
Yeah, poor kid.
Here is Ryder Raftery, struck out in the second. Only had one plate appearance yesterday, came in a pinch hitting capacity in the 7th. Also appears to be a very young player, likely a fruitful career ahead of him at the high school and Legion levels.
Jacoby made a handful of appearances with the Saranac varsity team, spent most of the year playing for the JV team at Saranac, was a regular pitcher for the Saranac JV team. Like I said, appeared in maybe 3 or 4 games with the Saranac varsity.
His 1-0 pitch will miss upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Here to the 9-spot hitter in Rafferty. Rafferty batting from the bottom of the order. Essex County is batting 9. Clinton County batting 10. Rafferty fans on that one, 2-1. Yesterday, both teams batted 10.
Rafferty's taking some good cuts. I'll give him that. He's gotten his money's worth up there.
Hasn't found contact yet, but it's a nice swing. It's a good swing.
Here's the 2-1.
There we go.
Could be
Slow
2.
roller, left side, a chance for 2. They get the lead runner. Throw to first is in time.
Well
a twin
played.
killing. First double play we've seen today after 6 last night. And just like that, the base is empty here for the top of the order, Sean McCauley.
Good work up the middle there for the Mariners.
Ball wasn't hit really hard, or didn't really come to get that ball. He waited on it, sat back on it, but they still had time with a good turn at second base by Price.
Sean McCauley 1 for 2 with an RBI knock, also grounded 6-3.
Bang, bang play at first base.
Good pitch.
First pitch lofted in for a called strike.
Mariners have also moved Ryan Brown, who was the extra hitter, to first base. So he has come in defensively for Clinton County to the first base spot.
Caslow, who was pitching now at third, or remains at short. Andrew Price remains at second, as Rob mentioned. McCauley will check his swing, 2-1. No relation to Wes McCauley, I'm sure.
Referee number 5 in your scorebook. I'm pretty sure that's his number. I think he's number 5 in the NHL.
The 2-1 will miss. 3 balls and a strike, 2 away. Here in the last of the 4th.
Big game West. He's on. He was a regular in the rotation with the Stanley Cup.
The Scott Foster of the NHL for you NBA fans listening. There's another soft dribbler to Orr. He'll fire to first, and it's another clean inning. And the first inning of work for Jacoby Waldron goes off without a hitch, and we head to the 5th here at Veterans Park.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves. Work you can see. Work that matters. If there's a problem, we fix it. If there's a need, we fill it. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. It's important work that keeps society moving. Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, a future, a family, a legacy. There are no hoops to jump through or emails to send, but it's work you can leave behind at the end of the day. And it's work that's here to stay. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
And welcome back here to Veterans Park, a 13-run lead for the Mariners. We have to play the entirety of this 5th inning because Essex County is the home team, and then as long as the run advantage remains 10 or more, we can call it a game after 5, and we'll toss it back to Rob Knowles to take us home here for the game's final inning.
Mariners will have Rankin, Brown, and Barton coming up to the dish for the top of the 5th inning, again enjoying a comfortable 13-run advantage. Outcome in this one likely not in doubt. The Avalanche have gone down 1-2-3 in each of the last 2 innings. Mariners went down 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th as they come to bat in the 5th inning. Rankin has been on base all 3 times. He's 2 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd, singled in the 1st, singled in the 3rd. He's got an RBI, scored a couple of runs, so he's had a busy day, created a lot of traffic and havoc on the bases for the Mariners as well. Wyatt Dio handling the pitching duties, 3rd pitcher of the game for the Essex County Avalanche. And the first pitch is inside. It'll go to the backstop, ball 1 on the batter, Rankin.
Yeah, Dio took a pitch to the elbow in the batter's box in the previous half inning. Thankfully, it appears that was his glove hand that got hit by that pitch.
See what happens at these games. People just want to come up and talk to Jeff Garrett because he is a well-known celebrity.
Yeah, exactly.
In the area, and
exactly.
People just want to find out more about Jeff and his history and the Potassium Sports Network.
The Sean McManus of the North Country.
Yeah, that question was, where do you find the talent that does your play-by-play?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, the question is, why didn't you find any talent to do your play-by-play?
Oh.
To which Jeff responded, well, we're just doing the best we can.
We are in Plattsburgh.
Yes, that's correct. We're a small market. And if you're one of the 13 people that are watching the broadcast right now on YouTube,
exactly.
We really appreciate you. Rankin with a swing to second base. Ground ball is fielded there, throw to first. And he is out for the first time in the baseball game. That line drive that he hit down the right field line, that was a loud foul, and that ground ball that he sent to second base, solid contact there as well. But he makes the first out of the top of the 5th inning with a ground out to second base. And that brings up now Ryan Brown. Brown lined out to first base in the 1st, walked in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd. That walk in the 3rd also drove in a run. So he technically is 0 for 1 with a run scored and a run batted in. First pitch was a strike.
Rankin up 2 or 3 hits on the day?
Rankin has a couple of singles. He's got 2 runs scored, 2 singles, and a run batted in. Mm-hmm. See, if you weren't shaking hands and signing autographs, I went over that right before the inning started.
Well, it was the classic, Rob, you both have heard this, right? People always ask.
He has so many boxes on his screen that he has to slide around to different areas.
People always ask.
He's not paying any attention to us, Tyler.
Where'd you get potassium? Right. And
I know that story.
Yeah, you know the story. Tyler knows it too.
Yeah. I was a chemistry major at UConn before I transferred home and decided to take up announcing.
Fly ball to right field that is going to drop in. That'll be a single for Ryan Brown.
Well, Tyler, you made the right choice not only because of your talent, but because who the heck wants to be a chemistry major?
I appreciate that you have the atomic
just the
number.
Engineers that make 6 figures.
Yes.
Right. Well, again, yes, the effort's worth it, I guess, at the end of the day, Rob. But, I'd rather be doing high school baseball games. And,
sure. What type of life do those people making 6 figures have? On vacation. Who would want to be on vacation? First pitch is inside. With the runner Ryan Brown down at first base. Just wait till Tyler graduates from Plattsburgh State and He'll be signed at all these big contracts, and he'll be making all the bucks and buying his father's next race car.
He doesn't need any help with that. Gets himself in enough financial endeavors in the racing industry, trust me.
One ball, one strike. See, this is very good. Tyler, you've done an excellent job with useless banter.
Yeah.
Jeff, we know he's good with useless
Speaking
banter.
of what we majored in, useless banter was at least a minor for me, Rob.
Yes.
Well, let's see. Ours political science, kind of the same thing. Useless banter, political science, right? Yeah.
Useless banter first debuted officially on our Cardinal broadcast back when Ducky was doing play-by-play and I was doing color. And back then, of course, at the D3 level in college hockey, there used to be frequent blowouts because the parity had not really developed yet.
Right.
So it would get to the, Plattsburgh State was typically on the
Some of those
positive
good
side.
teams,
right? They'd be ahead 7-1 or 8-1. And you want to keep people listening and you want to keep people tuned in. So with a score of 15-2, we're just trying to keep people watching and tuned in with some of these wonderful stories.
I think they're wonderful, Rob.
Well, thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't get any texts because, from people saying I didn't finish my Rick Knowles story. The people on their edge of their seat with that.
Oh, no. I
Maybe we'll save it for game 2.
There you go.
R.I.P. The great Rick Knowles. What a good man he was. Great. Had some fun. I was telling his son, Robbie, of course, it would have been a Saranac game, and the kids were running after the game, and I was laughing with Robbie saying, he used to make us run after games. I said, not after games. Speaking of Dale Trombley, of course, we had Dale, Russell Holland, Brandy McDonald, Mike Burdo, myself. So you can imagine the cast of characters your poor brother had to deal with, Rob. That 15, my last year, the year after you left.
Some good players.
Well, he used to make us run because in practice, all he did was
around.
joke around. He didn't know what else to do. He's like, you know what? Run to the fence and back. Anyway, good man your brother was.
Max Coyer up now with 1 out.
His son,
Runners
little
on first and
suspect,
second.
but I'm kidding.
Max singled last time up, drove in a run. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Off-speed pitch, out in front, swing and a miss for a strike.
Dio's had good stuff since he came in this game, and he's another Avalanche player who looks very young.
Runners on first and second for the Mariners. This ball popped up, likely be infield fly rule. It is. Grabbed by the pitcher, so Coyer pops out to the pitcher, Dio. Out number 2 of the inning.
Another interesting pointless banter. Tyler Wood earlier said, I looked young, Rob. He didn't. I'm just kidding. The 20-year-old telling us the kid looks young. Rob and I are like, okay.
He does.
Here's a ball that is lined over the third baseman's head. It's going to sit in left field. The runners will advance 90 and hang there. As Brown moves up to third base, Mariners moving 1 base at a time. A single from Andrew Price. And Price has been on base now 3 times in the game. He's walked. Was hit by a pitch. That's his first hit. Scored a run. He's got an RBI. And now that brings up Billy Orr. Orr has also been on base 3 times. Reached on an error in the second. He walked in the third. Reached on an error in the third. Reached on an error in the second. He was up twice in the third inning, reaching on a walk and an error.
Don't look now, but there's a full barbecue over to our right down the right field line.
I saw that. I saw the Adirondack fans coming in with a grill and a
cold chicken legs raiding a barbecue. Which team's barbecue is it, Tyler? Is it the Avalanche?
I believe it's
I
Adirondack.
think it's Essex County, yeah.
So let's say a lot of really nice things about Essex, and maybe they're watching.
Right. I wish I could get the camera down there. We're blocked by the dugout.
Bases loaded for the Mariners now, and the pitch fouled off by Billy Orr. Price is the runner at first, Barton the runner at second, and Brown is the runner down at third base. Mariners leading 15-2.
One of my favorite days of the year in the college season is when the Plattsburgh State softball team plays New Paltz, because the New Paltz parents always come with a bountiful feast. But they've just left the SUNYAC, so.
They also have a lot of food?
Yeah.
Oh, this one is popped up. 2 outs. Runners are moving. The ball drops. So that'll lead to another run. It did end up going out of play, so it's a foul ball.
Oh, did it? All right. Yeah.
They're going to rule that it never hit the pitcher's glove. It landed behind the pitcher and then with backspin rolled out of play, so it just ends up being a strike. Two balls, two strikes, two out. And the pitch, it swung on and missed, or chases, and that ends the inning. So the Mariners will leave them loaded in the top of the fifth through 4.5 innings of play. Mariners 15 and the Essex Avalanche 2.
And we'll stay right here again, and we will thank Huddig Nissan, another one of our new partners. Looking for a new Nissan in Plattsburgh? Huddig Nissan offers an exciting lineup of the latest Nissan models, built for a wide range of lifestyles and driving needs. And Rob Goals, you know what? It's time for the Clinton County Fair. Starts on Monday, July 13th to the 18th. If you go to Huddig Nissan and test drive a new or used vehicle, they'll give you a free entry ticket to the Clinton County Fair, one of the North Country's most iconic events. So that might be worth it on its own right there. If you're searching for a trusted Nissan dealership in Plattsburgh, visit Huddig Nissan, where exceptional customer service, a massive vehicle selection, and straightforward automotive solutions come together. That's Huddig Nissan, 822 Route 3 in Plattsburgh, just south of the fairgrounds, or visit them at HuddingNissan.com.
Huddig family with a number of fine dealerships in the North Country, and they are big supporters of local auto racing as well. They have a car that runs regularly at the Airborne Park Speedway and on the Super Dirt Car Series. George Huddig and driver Mike Mahaney. You can find them all over the northern states and up into Canada participating with the Super Dirt Car Series. So they are big into motorsports, and great to have them supporting local sports action as well through the Potassium Sports Network. Again, we appreciate all of the sponsors and the help that they're providing to the Potassium Sports Network so we can get these games on the air. Hope you're enjoying our coverage of this American Legion baseball game. Again, it's at the 17U level. The score 15-2 in favor of Clinton County as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. There is a 10-run rule that is in effect at the end of 5 innings of play. So if the Avalanche do not plate 4 runs here in the inning, the game, based on the rules for the 2026 Gary Butler Memorial Tournament, will come to a conclusion. After this one, the next matchup scheduled to start at 1:30. Essex County, the Avalanche that we are watching right now, will be taking on the Strike Zone Strikers at a 1:30 start.
Max Courier delivering something to the dugout there.
I'm not sure if they might use, there is one-way radio communication that is utilized from the dugout to the catcher. That is something that's been approved by NFHS for high school baseball play as well. And actually, they've just expanded that a little bit as that last pitch was swung on and missed. NFHS just came out with a number of changes for high school baseball, or rules that they're going to be adapting that states and leagues can put into effect for next year. One of them is getting to extra innings, just like MLB, starting a runner at second base. I'm sure that's something that will have to be adopted at the state level or at the local level. And they've also made some changes with the bat rules that are going to be in place I can't remember the exact number of years, but it's been a long time. The bat rule has always been drop 3 in terms of weight to length of bat. So if you swing a 34-inch bat, the bat has to weigh 31 ounces. And they've actually are going to amend that to a drop 6, which is going to make bats lighter. They're going to have drop 6. They're going to have drop 3 still, and they're going to have there's another level that they put in there, which is great for bat manufacturers, who I'm sure lobbied to put something in like that, because it's going to lead to a boom in bat sales, especially if you're someone who's been swinging a drop 3 to all of a sudden move to a drop 6.
Is there a safety issue there with that, Rob?
Well, it's again, we talked about it with one of our Little League games, bat speed and then the velocity coming off the bat. But at the same time, if you are a smaller player, we've talked about some of the players that might be younger in this game, by the way, as the leadoff batter for the Avalanche, Meacham walks. He'll move down to first base, and that brings up the batter now. Got to find your scorecard from the other day. It's underneath our paperwork here somewhere.
Damn substitutions.
I don't think it flew around. It was here. Oh, here it is. I found it. It did fly around.
That run will skip past. Meacham assumes second base.
Let's see. Andrew Taylor is now batting for the Avalanche.
Saw him last night as well.
Now, Rob, I will say I can go either way on the ghost runner, courtesy runner, but I think up here in the North Country, it should be, if they're going to do anything, there should be a temperature. If it's below 50, definitely get the ghost runner out. Maybe on third even at that point.
If it's below 30, load the bases.
Yes, exactly, with a 3-2 count.
Yeah.
Well, runner thought about trying to move up as that ball got away from Max Coyer, but went back. One of the things when high school baseball season starts, sometimes it depends on the April vacation break, but if it starts early in April, which it has, you'll go to baseball games. You're wearing a winter coat.
Ow.
You're dressed like you're going to a hockey rink. That pitch hits Taylor, he'll move down to first base, hit by pitch.
It's interesting, right? And I think I felt this way kind of when I was in high school, but even talking to some kids this year. It's like that first month of the season, you're just trying to get
through it.
I mean, I went to the Prue Saranac, actually, Rob, right? That was Prue's first day outdoors. It was her first game of the season. So, I think in all sports, you're thinking about playoffs and sectionals, but I think spring sports, right? You're definitely, that's where your eye is, and on getting better, getting warmed up to that point at the end of May. Yeah.
Josh Hobday steps in for the Avalanche. First two runners on for Essex. Trailing 15-2. They'll need to rally here to try to extend the game. That ball hit towards third base field and thrown across the diamonds. Good play by Kaslow, who was able to come in, field the ball, throw across the diamond, and record the out. 5-3. Hobday is put out. Runners advance on the ground out. And that'll put runners on second and third with one out in the bottom of the fifth inning, and that brings up Brady Pelkey.
I just wanted to let you, Rob, Chris Dory just texted saying he's one of the 13 watching. Rob.
Well, I certainly appreciate that.
Chris Dory, of course, the director of the Mariners program, longtime Plattsburgh State baseball coach, right? Now thinks he's too good for us. He goes to Florida. He told me yesterday it was really hot, so I said that's what you get.
No, that's not too good for us. That's called smart.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it depends on the months, right? But yes, I hear it.
Some folks may not know, but Chris is one of the best statisticians
That
and
doesn't
historians of North Country sports. We share football statistics all fall. Ricky St. Clair, Chris, and I. And, just an amazing historian. I actually have never met him. There's a liner.
Ground ball back up the middle. It is going to sneak through into center field. It's going to score one. And a seeing eye ground ball from Brady Pelkey that splits the middle infielders. It's a run batted in for Pelkey. And it's the third run of the game for the Essex Avalanche.
Little C&I grounder there.
Well placed. It took a big hop that went over the head of Waldron. And ended up going just about over the bag at second base into the outfield. And that makes it 15-3.
So, yeah, I mean, he's done a great job. Even if you go to, like, the Mariners website, the whole history there. Thankfully, Rob, none of my stats are up there. But, yeah, it's done a great job. He and Gary Duke.
And that is a painstaking process. I remember at one time they're going to move the runner from first, throw down to second base, trying to get the runner. The ball not in time, so it's a stolen base for Pelkey. The throw just a little bit late. I remember at one point just trying to go back and figure out stats for Plattsburgh High School hockey. And this when I was much younger and probably had more time, but I spent hours at the library, Feinberg Library at Plattsburgh State, going through, at that time, it was all on microfilm.
Yeah, right.
Trying to find.
Tyler's like, what?
No, I've been through microfilm as well, yeah.
Trying to find Press Republican articles and matching them, date with the game that was played on the schedule. And it is a long, slow process. And sometimes it's like finding, you find what you're looking for, and it's like a treasure. Pitch swung on and missed. Jack Gay batting for himself that time. His brother Jacob has been the DH in that position. I'm assuming they're brothers. He strikes out, and Max Coyer records the put out, throwing down to first base. So now 2 outs in the inning. And that brings up Parker Fowler. Here's the pitch from Jacoby Waldron. Swung on and missed by Fowler. Runners on second and third. Batter at the dish would prolong the game. If those two runners were to score, it would make it 15-5, and that ball is going to get through up the middle. Those two runners may score. They're going to hold the runner at third. as the ball comes back in quickly, but it's an RBI single. Well done by Parker Fowler. Runner from third. Carey comes home to score.
Hey, credit the Avalanche here, right? You know, they could easily, you know, just kind of laid over with the run rule, but hey, they're badly. We might have some more baseball after this inning. Good for them.
That brings up Wyatt Dio. Wyatt was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's been handling the pitching duties for the Avalanche the last couple of innings. Pitch from Waldron is fouled straight back.
And, of course, Tyler mentioned Ricky St. Clair, a friend of PSN, our colleague from Sun Newspapers, who may be the walking encyclopedia of local high school football. There's no question about that. You know, I'd say any sport, right? I mean, we had him in the sectional for softball, and some of the info he was ripping off, I was just like, how do you know that?
Best memory of anyone I've ever met. It's like
crazy.
you said, a walking encyclopedia.
So if Ricky's out there, we say hello to him.
They're going to run for Parker Fowler, the catcher. Again, NFH rules are in place, and anytime a catcher reaches in the NFHS rule book, you can utilize a runner for the catcher. And that is the run that would prolong the game if the Avalanche were able to plate it. But just as I say that, they line one right back to the box, grabbed by Jacoby Waldron, and that is the third out in the bottom of the fifth inning. So the Avalanche plate two, moving the score to 15-4. But with a 10-run rule in effect at the end of 5 innings of play and the Mariners enjoying an 11-run lead, that'll make the final score in this one Clinton County 15 and the Essex County Avalanche 4. Clinton County scoring a number of runs, but really, Tyler, it's the decisive third inning where the Mariners, with 2 out, were able to plate, 2, 4, 6, 8 runs in that third inning that really put the game away.
8 runs in a third inning that saw Clinton County bat around and then some. Several players had 2 plate appearances. Several players reached base twice in that third inning. They knocked starting pitcher Owen Carey out of the game after 2 2/3 in that third frame. For Clinton County, very effective pitching once again here today. Joey Caslow tossed 3 frames, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits, 4 strikeouts.
You guys got me back there. I'm going to get the home plate here where I left the camera.
And
I'm here with Owen Rankin. Owen, good game. I mean, obviously, you know, the run rule, but you got to credit Adirondack, right? Even that last inning, right? They weren't going away.
Yeah, no, I think, in the outfield, I was putting the new pitcher in, a little younger. I was thinking, you never know if this game could keep going. It could turn around really quick. Yeah.
Beautiful day, right? I mean, God, you can't have better weather than this. Talk to me about just kind of the summer for you guys, how it's been. I know you've kind of been up and down, right? The 19 and the 17. What do you think, in the summer? Are you working on different things, or?
Yeah. So when I first started, summer ball, when this season started, I got pulled up sooner into the season, and it was a change, but I enjoyed it. It's better playing. It's better players, better playing, and it definitely makes me better and makes me more competitive. So moving up and down, I don't mind at all. Like I said, I love this team. It's family. But being able to move up with the older kids, I think it makes me better and more of a family because moving up to next year, that's who I'll be with. Yeah. So I enjoy being able to meet them more.
Yeah, and probably an advantage with the Mariner program, right, that they let you do that. I wanted to say, since we're playing the Gary Butler, your dad and I think, that went to high school together. We both played for Coach Butler. And any stories, I don't want to put you in this one, he might have shared with you? Or?
No, I don't. I know he told me, but I'm going to ask some stories because I know, I've heard that they play together and stuff.
Yeah, Coach Butler, your dad was a year behind me, so when I was a senior, your dad was a junior for Beekman Town and football as well. So ask him, there's some great stories, and what a great man. But, Owen, good game. We'll see you this afternoon.
Yeah, this afternoon and then tomorrow.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks. Good game. Yep. All right, guys.
All right, Tyler, I think you were in mid-sentence there. I give credit to Jeff, though. He's trying to speed up our post-game show.
Indeed. We're moving faster than the World Cup today on Fox.
Yes.
So. Jacoby Waldron came in the game in relief for Clinton County. He threw 2 innings, allowing 1 run. It was an earned run on 2 hits. He had a no decision today with Caslow picking up the win. He struck out 1 batter in his 2 frames of work. Carey, as we mentioned, 2 2/3. Then Eli Meacham came in. He did not record an out. And then they went by way of Wyatt Dio, who was fairly effective for Essex County today, but the Avalanche again just overpowered by that third inning. It's Mayor's Cup Saturday, and it was indeed a regatta on the base path there for Clinton County in the third.
All right, so the Mariners will go to 2-0 in the tournament. And the Essex Avalanche will drop to 0-2. Next game scheduled first pitch right around 1:30, so about 35 minutes from now. We will not have coverage of that game between the Essex County Avalanche and the Strike Zone Strikers, but we'll be back for the 4 o'clock matchup between the Strike Zone Strikers and the Clinton County Mariners. So we'll hope you'll join us right around 4 o'clock. You can check us out on YouTube through the Potassium Sports Network for that matchup between the Strikers and the Clinton County Mariners. And then on Sunday, 2 games on Sunday, the Strikers will be playing Essex County at 11 a.m., and we will have coverage of the Mariners and the Strikers at 1:30 on a Sunday. So a couple of games still to come in the Gary Butler Memorial Tournament that we'll have through the Potassium Sports Network, and you can check it all out right here on YouTube. Jeff, anything else from you?
I will just take us out again. Rob Knowles, Tyler Wood, thank you as always. And thank you for tuning in or checking the game out, maybe when you get home later or, down the road. Today's broadcast, of course, made possible by our great partners and sponsors from the business community here in the North Country. Danamora Federal Credit Union, Casella Waste Management, Steve Chris Consulting, Della Auto Group, You First Federal Credit Union, Libations Wine and Spirits. We didn't get to the 7th inning, but I'm sure, Mr. Height will be okay with that. When we get to the nightcap, that's probably when he wants to get his business, Rob, right? And, of course, Huddick Nissan. This has been a Potassium Sports Network production of Clinton County Mariners Baseball. Potassium Sports Network, proud to be the official media partner of the Clinton County Mariners. Remember, you can view all PSN Mariners broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com or download the YouTube app and search for Potassium Sports Network. And be sure to subscribe to our channel, which is not cost. It's more like following us on social media. Potassium Sports Network, we are proud, again, to be the official media partner of the Clinton County Mariners. Potassium Sports Network, your hometown, your home teams. And as Rob said, we will be back in about 4 hours as the Mariners will take on the Vermont Strikers in the 3 hours?
3 hours.
It is 1 o'clock. Wow. Okay. All right. I was on Central Time, Rob.
There you go. Then you're right then.
But yeah, but thanks for joining us, and I hope everyone is enjoying this weather. Has a good afternoon. And